Hello, my fellow handicappers. This is Weekend Handicapper from weekendhandicapper.com. In this video, we're going to provide picks and analysis for the 2020 Travers Stakes at Saratoga. Should be shaping up to be an interesting race, to say the least, a race that is on the Derby trail. So it's a Derby prep race, which never happens. So this is kind of interesting. All right, let's go one by one through the horses in the field. We got a field of 8, barring any scratches. If you want the full card selections, best plays of the day, I'll put the link in the description below, or you could check out weekendhandicapper.com. Race 11, Saratoga on Saturday, August 8th. We are going to have this year's Travers Stakes. It's a mile and a quarter on the dirt. Now, historically, this race sets up pretty good for some prices, so don't fall in love too much with short price horses typically in the Travers. So I think medium price horses, long shots, have a good shot at winning this race at Saratoga, the Travers Stakes. So let's go one by one through each horse. Number 1 is First Lines. And we have our first long shot. Has to step up big time here against this group, I think. So let's skip that horse. Number 2, Country Grammar. 6-1 morning line. You have Irad Ortiz and Chad Brown. Wouldn't shock me with these connections. They always team up. Of course, most are low price horses. These horses are typically over bet, but man, if prices do prevail, then these connections, this wouldn't shock anybody, I don't think. Number 3, Uncle Chuck. Very, very, very interesting horse, because here's why, as many of y'all know, this horse was scratched from the Shared Belief Stakes at Del Mar last weekend in favor of running in this race. So the trainer, Bob Baffert, you got to have confidence in that guy. So he must really believe that this horse has a shot to win this race. Sets up well for Uncle Chuck. So that little backstory makes this horse intriguing. It's only 5-2, or it's 5-2 morning line. So I wish you could get more price on this, because things are lining up pretty well for this horse. I think it's been working out really good. It's got good consistent works. It's undefeated, and it could remain undefeated after the 2020 Travers is run, I think. So definitely number 3, Uncle Chuck, is one to be aware of. Number 4, Max Player. Here's another one I think's one to be aware of. Placed 3rd in the Belmonts. Good horse, especially to use underneath. So if you're going to play trifectas, superfectas, exactas, I think it's certainly a horse to use there, but also a win contender. I think this horse has been working out well, and it's ready to fire. So I think you got an excellent chance at 6-1, and probably is going to be the value of the race, because I'm sure Uncle Chuck, the number 3 horse, will get bet down because of the connections and how it's been coming into the race, and the fact that it scratched out of the Shared Belief into this race. Number 5, Chivalry. 30-1 morning line. This horse, Florida horse, fired a dud last time in the Bluegrass Stakes. If you throw out that race, I still don't think this one is a contender as far as win bets go. Maybe use them underneath, but because of its speed, but I don't think that this horse could pull it off. But as I've said a couple times in this video so far, this race typically produces some long shots. Number 6, Tiz the Law. Enough said. That's the name of the game of this race. Can you beat Tiz the Law or not? Is this horse going to keep going? It's in a heck of a groove. Super impressive horse. Taking care of business pretty much every time the horse races. Coming off a little layoff. Does that matter? So is Max Player coming off a layoff, but it's all about the price, right? But if you like Tiz the Law, if you don't see it being beat, then either skip the race or use this try to beef up the prices. Some of these other horses help you beef up the price on Tiz the Law. But the fact that this race might produce long shots or decent odds horses might be the reason that you try to beat Tiz the Law. Tough task, I know, but that's the name of the game. If you want to try to make some money, it's hard to make money with these heavy favorites. Even money, morning line favorite. Number 7, Karakoro. Not sure this horse can win, but you can probably use them in exotics. Another number 8, South Bend, 15-1 morning line. Hard to see that horse winning this race against these other more talented horses. All right, so how am I going to bet this year's Travers Stakes? It comes down to Tiz the Law. Can you beat that horse or can you not? Second thing you want to factor in is Uncle Chuck. How low of a price is Uncle Chuck going to be? And is it worth trying to beat Tiz the Law with a horse that's so short of a price? I think Uncle Chuck has an excellent shot to win if it likes the distance. Again, I think Bob Baffert, he knows what he's doing, so he's probably thinking, look, this horse has an excellent shot to win the Travers. So the horse is in the race for the right reasons, I think, and it's working out well to get there. Just 5-2 morning line is probably going to be shorter than that. So if you don't want to take a short price like that on a horse when you're gambling of trying to beat Tiz the Law, then I think the value of the race is the number 4 horse, Max Player. So if you want to put a win bet on Max Player, that's probably where you're going to get your value. Also going to use some exactas. Again, look, I have nothing against Tiz the Law. It's a good horse for sure. He's probably going to keep progressing on the Derby trail, and hopefully he has an excellent chance, or hopefully it'll make it to the Kentucky Derby where it will be the favorite and probably will be a horse to root for. But if you're trying from a handicapping perspective, try to beat it. And I think number 4, Max Player, might be the value of the race. Also going to use some exactas though. The 3 and the 4, so Uncle Chuck and Max Player, over the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think if things set up right, if we can get lucky and beat Tiz the Law. Remember in the Shared Belief Stakes last week, a logical, the sure thing horse on our AP took a loss. So it happens. It happens. And it happens especially at Saratoga a lot in the Travers. So I'm going to take a shot with number 4, Max Player. Uncle Chuck, if the odds are okay, 3-1, I'm probably going to put a win bet, 3-1 or higher. Doubt that ain't going to happen. Put a win bet on it, so I'm going to try to use those horses in some exactas. So I like Uncle Chuck for sure, but that's probably not the horse to bet. Max Player is probably the horse to bet from a win perspective. And then the exactas 3, 4 over the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who you like in this year's Travers Stakes? I'd love to hear your picks. Leave them in the comments below. Congratulations to Tom last week. Tom, if you check out my Share Belief video, you'll see in the comments below, Tom nailed the winner. 1,000 words in the Share Belief. So congratulations to Tom on doing that. So if you like, leave a comment below on who you like in this year's Travers. If you like Tiz the Law, or you're going to try to beat Tiz the Law, that's where it all begins. So that's your first decision to be made. And then, do you take a price or do you go with the next logical horse, Uncle Chuck? So those are those kinds of decisions that's going to make you money or lose you money in the long run. So I'd love to hear who you like. If you want the full card selections and best plays of the day, check out weekendhandicapper.com or the link in the description below. If you like these videos, hit that like button, that's subscription button, and that notification bell. And until next time, happy handicapping, smart wagering.